Hello orchid fans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, and today's video is an update video on one of the care collabs that I've been part of in the previous video a couple months ago. First of all, again, just to say that I am filming in my living room and the dogs are just playing and sitting around, so if you hear any background noises, apologies in advance. So today I wanted to show off my blooms on Dendrobium Hibiki, and that is basically the whole reason why we're doing this update, and I really hope that other channels have got their Hibiki blooming as well. So the other channels that are also publishing a video today on Dendrobium Hibiki are Ninja Orchids, Honeybees and Orchids, Orchids 365, Orchidea, Orchids and Finbos, Lynn Smith and Fernanda Nascimento Orchids and Succulents. So they all will publish their videos today as well. The description will have all the links to their videos, so you know, if you're interested, have a look how their Hibikis are doing. I will also link up my previous video about the Dendrobium Hibiki, which will tell you more about how I look after this orchid, and you can also see, you know, what it looked like at that point. And yeah, this is what it looks like now. So I've got very beautiful blooms. You can see they are at the very bottom of the pot. Let me see if I can take it out. There is water in the decorative pot, so I'll try not to make a mess. But yeah, you can see that these flowers are at the very bottom, at the base of the pot, and it's because it's blooming off its seedling canes that are basically this that tall. They are literally so tiny, but it managed to throw 4 blooms out of that little cane. And then on the other side, you can see I've got 3 more buds coming from another seedling cane. So I am honestly so surprised that it's blooming. I thought that it is way too young to bloom, and you know, these seedling canes are just too small for it to push any flowers out. But obviously I was wrong, which you know, I'm really happy about. When I was showing you this plant in my original care collab, these 2 canes here were still developing. As you can see, they are now pretty tall. This one is actually the tallest cane, and it's still got something growing in the middle. Well, something, it has to be a leaf, because the blooms come out on the leafless canes and they just kind of grow. Well, these ones are actually, they do actually bloom from the top of a cane, but I think it's more because the canes are just so tiny, they don't even have any nodes. But I believe Hibikis would kind of bloom through the nodes on the leafless canes. So yeah, this is the tallest cane. Yeah, as I say, loads of action going on here. So, and it's already working on this, on its other growth. So you can see one growth right here, and then in between those blooms there is this growth here, and there is another growth kind of at the base as well. So I've basically got, yeah, here we are, that's another growth. So I've got 3 new growths growing on this Hibiki, and it's in the same season, and it's as it established the 2 growths, the previous 2 growths. So basically this plant will have at least 5 growths in one season. And you know, when I got this plant, it only had 2 taller canes, 2 kind of medium-sized canes, and then 2 seedling canes. So it was, you know, a very, very small plant. So take a look at these blooms. They are so beautiful. They're not fragrant, so they are kind of very you know, purple flowers with an orange lip. So as I say, not fragrant, but they will last forever. It took forever for them to develop as well, and as you can see, these are not even developed fully yet. These are still to open. I've also noticed that these ones are not as bright, you know, as vivid in color as these ones are. So I don't know if it's because it's blooming off even a smaller cane, so there's just not as much energy in that cane to kind of get those flowers because they're smaller as well. But I mean, I'm happy nevertheless. I honestly did not expect this one to bloom at all this season. These blooms also, they kind of have like a sparkle as well on the petals and sepals, and when they catch the light, they honestly, they sparkle as well. They're just so beautiful. Honestly, they don't even need the fragrance. But yeah, it's a very, very nice plant. I actually got it because I saw it on Ninja Orchids channel last year, and when I saw her blooms, and this plant was blooming for her for months and months, and I fell in love with the plant, so I thought I really need to get this in my collection. I actually have another Hibiki here. So I believe when I showed it to you in the first care collab, in the original care collab video, both of these plants were potted up in the same pot, so it looked like one plant. Well, they were two separate plants, and I decided to separate them because so this one also grew two canes here, and it started working on the new growth right here. So that's the third cane. I don't think there is any more coming out, but I mean, it only really had this one little cane. So it's actually, now I'm thinking, I think that maybe this cane was, so I think it came with two canes, these two here, and then this is a new cane that is growing, and I think it's already got the terminal leaf, so that's probably gonna be it. And then I've got this cane still in growth. So this guy has doubled in size just in one season. The roots on it are just going nuts in the pot. Look at that. The base of the pot is just covered in roots. And if I try and take it out, you can see the roots circling the pot as well at the base, at the top. And there are some roots here as well that we can see. So these plants are so vigorous. So this is why I decided to separate them out, because when this piece started growing its newer growths, they were really thin and very small, and they kind of ran out of space. They didn't have enough space to grow because they were kind of trapped between the more mature growths between the two plants. So that's why I decided to actually separate them out, so that these new growths have enough space, enough room to develop properly, and so they're not stuck in between the canes. And yeah, they seem to be growing really well just now. And this piece is going to be up for grabs, so if you're based in the UK and you would like to have a Hibiki, let me know. It's, you know, first come first serve basis. So yeah, I'm looking to swap this into something else. I mean, I don't really need two pieces. Both of them are doing super well, so I am quite confident that this piece is going to be fine, and you know, I won't lose it. So no point in me having two. I have very limited space, so you know, I'd rather have that spot for a new plant rather than having a double. So yeah, that was really it. I just really wanted to show you off those blooms and just tell you more about them. They opened I think they opened about 2 weeks ago maybe, and as you can see, they're still very fresh, and I think they will probably stay in bloom for quite a while. Given it's its first blooming, I'm not expecting, you know, it to be as vigorous and, you know, to bloom as long as maybe a fully mature plant would bloom, but it seems to be holding on to its blooms pretty well so far, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, as I say, you know, please go check out the other videos as well. There's quite a list. A lot of people have this orchid, and you know, no surprise there, right? The blooms are beautiful. It's a primary hybrid, but it is so vigorous. It's just such an amazing hybrid. It was, you know, really successful one. So no wonder, you know, a lot of people love this plant. So I'll put all the links in the description below, so you can go and check out the other channels, and I really hope that theirs are blooming or about to bloom, and we can see more beautiful flowers. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!